Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. How are you all? Hello. How's it going, everybody? Y'all ready to talk about coffee some more? Because I am. Can I have cold brew with pumpkin spice? Oh my god, at Foxtail they have that right now. I want to try it so bad. If you're in Florida, if you're in like the Orlando area and you have a Foxtail within driving distance, try their pumpkin spice cold brew and let me know how it is. Look, Losha Dushka, thank you so much for the 25 months. No witch hat. I don't have a witch hat. Well, I guess I do, technically. Arlada, thank you so much for the 9 months. Happy Twitch, baby. Because I wore one in my video about witches that I made last Halloween. Lord Garth, thank you for the 13 months. I could have used some more French fries with my order of salt. I mean, I'll always take more French fries. Personally, Orlando is 2 hours away. It feels bad. Well, if you ever have a reason to be there, if you ever have a reason to be in Orlando and you can go to a Foxtail, they have so many delicious flavored cold brews. You gotta try them. You gotta try them. We haven't beaten Cuphead yet. No, we're gonna try to tomorrow, Friday. Are you planning on doing any more Welcome to the Fandom Dodger? I'm planning on doing all kinds of shit. It just hasn't been happening. Dakiana, thank you so much for the 2 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much for all of the support. I hope it's been a good 2 years for you. Obviously, that's my fault. When I say, like, this thing isn't happening, it's always my fault. So, I accept any grief that y'all feel. Zach Grimm, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. Mystic Knight, thank you so much for the 37 months. David said he needed 60 seconds, so we're going to wait until he says that he's ready instead of waiting 60 seconds and calling him. Verbazer, thank you so much for the 8 months. I went to school right beside the Foxtail Cafe. I never knew it was there. Dude, their coffee's delicious. Their coffee's delicious. And the coffee they developed for me is delicious. So, yeah, I think a lot of people are, because we're like in a partnership with them. Berserkier, thank you so much for the 3 years. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary. I hope it's been a good 3 years. Thank you so much for all of the support. Oh, yeah, people keep thinking that it's like that my coffee is a reskin of their coffee, but they like full on developed the coffee that I wanted for my coffee line. So the coffee that you get when you buy Dodger coffee is not a coffee that you get at Foxtail. They're totally different, like roasting methods, totally different beans, etc. Overrun, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. David says he thinks he's ready, so we're gonna call him. Hi, my dude.
Hello.
Chat, can you hear David okay? They can't see you yet, so give me just a sec.
Okay, well, in fairness, I did not check my audio settings, so.
He's good. Yep, we can hear him. Great. Excellent.
Cool. Hey,
yes?
Dex bonus. I don't know if you know this yet,
What's
but
that?
you know this new, Twitch beta that you can opt into?
Yes.
Your redirect from the wrong URL that I used to always use no longer works in that.
I've noticed
Whoa.
that because somebody sent me a really passive-aggressive tweet being like, don't make me do all of your hard work for you. Change your fucking URL. And I was like, damn, whoa.
Get wrecked, Dodger.
I got wrecked. I got super wrecked.
Yes, you did.
We're gonna make David the focus this time, which I think makes sense. He's gonna be the big camera, and I'm gonna be the little camera because he's doing all the fancy coffee stuff.
Well, that's good. I just realized I'm not logged in either, so I can't read chat very well.
Oh,
Am I
well, there you
going
go.
beta or am I going back? Go back.
They can see you now.
Oh, hey. All right.
Yay!
Pretend like I'm on camera. Look at the camera. Hello,
Hi.
people. The funny thing about doing this is I'm just looking at a tiny little dot with a blue light on it.
That is true.
What
You get used to it. If you like really wanted to get into the streaming game, you get very used to that.
You know, I've done some streaming. I did a little bit here and there.
Oh yeah. Have you streamed StarCraft, or what's been your stream game of choice?
I've done StarCraft. I've done Overwatch with Aaron, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And we've done a little bit of Stellaris, which I'm gonna guess is not something you're super into.
No.
Yeah. It's like Civ 5. It takes 1,000,000 years to play a game.
Right.
And it's in space, but it's really fun. It's a Paradox game. They make some other good stuff, so they did a good job at least.
Is it one of those games where at the end of it, you're like, well, I ruined some friendships, but that was a good game? It's not like Axis and Allies, right? Like, you're not just like...
The way I play Civ 5, I just team up with my buddies if I'm committing to an online game with friends. Normally, I play single player.
Gotcha.
Just because I just got home. I got 1,000,000 things on my mind. I just want to go somewhere else.
Right. Everybody's saying that Stellaris has a race of fox people, and that I'm missing out because of that. So
my current game that I'm playing, you know, let me just. I think I'm called the Boki Doki Empire.
Okay, that sounds right.
Yeah. Aaron may have helped me with some of this.
Yeah.
My home world is, let's see, open parentheses, space, dot, space, close parentheses, space, open parentheses, space, dot, space, close parentheses. Some people might think it's boobs.
Ah, I see. I was imagining that maybe you were like, Kaylee, what should I call this?
No.
She just fucking
No, this wasn't a okay thing. So I'm just looking at my Steam on this other screen. I have 205 hours into this game.
Oh, damn.
And then my home solar system is called Butt. So every planet is named like Butt 1, Butt 2.
Great.
And I have giant, starships that fly around and help me take over everything.
Yeah, so for anybody who is showing up here, this is David. He works at Foxtail, and he is also like our #1 dude for Dodger Coffee Co. And also one of my bestest friends. He's great. And yeah, we're here to answer any questions you might have about the coffee company. And I think David wanted to maybe show you guys some ways to use the cold brew.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Cool.
Yep.
Last time he made some coffee in the French press, so he wanted to do another display for y'all.
Yeah, last time we played with hot coffee and the beans, and this week I wanted to play with the cold brew. Mm-hmm. So I got a big old boy. This is gonna say right there. This is Dodgery.
Oh!
Yeah. Now this is the wrong bottle. This is.
That is not how the cold brew will arrive on your doorstep.
This is how it will arrive.
Look at my bottle! I'm so in love! It's so good.
Yeah. I don't know how good the quality is right now, but it's got little water beads on it right now because I just pulled it out of the fridge a little bit ago.
Yeah.
So we're going to play with a couple of different ways to prep the cold brew for drinking. Now,
cool.
Option 1, of course, is pop the bottle open and drink it.
Right. Which is what all of the savages that I work with have been doing.
Not bad. Pretty impressive, actually, that they're not, well,
buzzing. Yeah.
I know who they are. They're buzzing.
Yeah.
Anyways, so to give everyone a little bit of context with the way we formulate our cold brew. So we're here in Orlando. It's hot. And we make cold brew for people to come into our coffee shops and buy. The cold brew is all specialty grade coffee, which means really highly rated. And then we make it so that when we pour the cold brew into a cup and people start walking around really hot Orlando, that we also put ice in it. And as that ice melts, the coffee doesn't lose any of the qualities. So to do that, we got to make it strong. So this is the way we serve ice in the cup in our stores. It's totally exactly how we've designed it. And so tell you what, I'm gonna pour out of this one just to show you kind of what that ends up being. So this is how I make it in the morning for myself. I just fill a cup with ice all the way. Pop that bad boy open. We heat seal these. We have a little gun that kind of seals it shut. There's nothing getting in or out of this bad boy. All right, let me do this on camera. Let me work on my. Should I be one of those like you know, hey, we're selling stuff now.
Yeah, Vanna White.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna just pour this. You don't need to see how things pour. You get it. You know, there's gravity. There's a flow of coffee. All right, so now what I have here is still got this. Now I got a full cup, right? That's a whole cup of coffee. But if you look close, you're gonna see the coffee is about right there. So I'm using about a half a cup or half a bottle of cold brew each morning. And one of the reasons I want to point that out to everyone is I view a bottle to be 2 cups of coffee. And so I'm either, usually I'm just doing 1 in the morning, and then I come back in the next morning to my half bottle and make it again. Or, you know, if I want 2 glasses or whatever. But when this ice...
Uh-oh. Oh, no. David!
Now.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, did I freeze?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Am I back?
Yeah. You said, win this ice, and then it died. Sure? Hello? Can you hear me?
I'm pretending to be frozen. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great.
So when the ice melts, it still tastes...
It's so icy it froze. Yes.
And so what that means is the first drink, the first sip is pretty strong. None of the ice is melted. So some people are also, if they're in an office, they don't have access to an ice machine, they want to just chug it. Some people dilute it with water. And so you could fill up a glass with about 2/3 water. And it would still be very strong, very good, delicious cold. But I like the ice. I like drinking it before the ice melts. And so there's a couple other things I wanted to show people. So one of the things we love at Foxtail about craft coffee is we're working, you know, really hard to get these great beans responsibly, ethically, sustainably sourced, bring them into a coffee shop. And then you might walk into our coffee shop and have no idea about any of that. That may not be on your radar at all. You order our coffee, you're just having a better cup of coffee than you've had before. And we're cool with that. We like it. The other thing that's so great about craft coffee and the way you know, people discover the tastes and the things they do or don't like is there's totally different opinions that are all totally valid. So I want to show a couple of ways you can play with the Dodger cold brew that I found that I like. But the more important thing is just play with it. Like add stuff, remove stuff, whatever. Figure out the way you like to prepare it. What I can say is it's a great baseline coffee. It's, you know, it is, well, we went for what Dodger asked us to, which is picture that diner experience where you had a great night, great time with your friends, and you sit down and you share that moment together over a cup of coffee. And so, you know, diner coffee, maybe some of the worst coffee ever. And so what is the craft take on ass, gross, old diner coffee? So we went for these really dark tones. There's going to be bitterness in there. But as you start to cut into the strength of the coffee, a lot of really awesome things come out, I've found as I've been playing with it. So my standard prep in the morning, and I'm just realizing I forgot one of the ingredients. All right, that's fine, whatever. Doesn't matter. my standard prep in the morning is a cup of coffee, and then I take some. I just went and got this. Isn't the brand, but we're just doing half and half. These are happily raised cows, organic, blah blah. It doesn't matter. Half and half. Standard thing. If you're into Instagramming, you like pictures. My gosh, you just pour that in before you stir it. Start taking pictures. It's so fun.
It was so funny, the picture that you posted the first time of that, and everybody was like, there's a skull in there.
Yeah. It was cool. So this is how I drink it. I just put some half and half in. It kind of cuts back the harsher tones. You know, you get some dairy in there to kind of fatten it up a little, sweeten it up a little. Of course, you know, then what happens then is you get these like chocolatey notes to come out. It's still bitter. It is, it's pretty dark. And so I like it that way because I like my coffee, normally my hot coffee black, and I pretty much never add anything to it when it's hot. When it's cold like this and very strong, I like adding the dairy in. It kind of cuts it back just a little bit in the strength so that I can start drinking it right away before any of the ice is melting.
You said you also enjoy... Oh, you're frozen again. I'll wait. I'll wait. That cold brew, too strong. Too cold.
Stir up.
There you are. Hello.
Am I back again?
Yeah.
Darn. Where did I leave off?
I don't know, because I goofed on the cold brew freezing you.
Oh.
I can't remember. You just got done being like, I like all the stuff in the coffee, and I was going to say, you also said that you like putting vanilla in it, right?
Well, all right, we'll get to the vanilla in a second.
Okay.
The one other thing that you can add before you start adding new flavors is something called simple syrup. And simple syrup, you can make it at home. You could buy it in a store if you want, but it's very easy to make at home. It's 1 part water, 1 part sugar. And you just kind of make it on a stove, and then you can put it in they're little glass pouring bottles you can put it in, or a jar or whatever. And that just sweetens it up a little, and it leaves all the original tastes and things with the coffee, and it's just a little sweeter that way. Now, you brought up vanilla, good point. So I'm gonna fill a new glass. We're just gonna go through it here a little bit. So we got our big boy. Just gonna fill it up real quick. So another thing that is kind of becoming common in the cold brew world is adding some flavor in without some sugar to kind of complement what's going on in the coffee. Now, I don't think the Dodger cold brew needs it, but we have seen, you might see on store shelves, there are flavored cold brews, and we're not sending out any flavored cold brews right now, or, you know, I don't have any plans to, but the one thing you will not find in most or all of them is sugar. And the reason for that is sugar is like, it's fuel, right? For like little microbes and stuff. So we don't like stuff growing in our coffee, but there is a pretty common one, which is a vanilla cold brew, and you can make that yourself with a little bit of vanilla. So a really easy way to just kind of change it up a little bit, add a couple drops of vanilla in, stir it up, and now you've got like, it's actually not going to be very sweet at all. Vanilla itself, not a sweet thing. It's a spice actually, but it adds kind of a different layer, a different flavor to the cold brew. Let me see how it is. Yeah, probably didn't add enough, but you can definitely get that vanilla beanie taste out of it. Now, I'm going to do one more. I have one more prepped. Then we'll kind of go to some questions. Actually, I got 2 things to do before our questions. So,
okay.
Last one I want to do. This is called the Aaron.
This is called the Aaron. I'm so ready. Aaron is in chat, by the way, and said that Kaylee is waving at the screen going, "Hi, Daddy," which is very cute. Hi,
She's gonna kiss back.
Kaylee.
Okay, so this is the Aaron. We got some French vanilla. So this is liquid creamer. I don't like the powdered creamers, so I just try to stay away from them. But this stuff that you can buy, it's liquid. It's in, you know, a dairy aisle. French vanilla added to it.
And
Let's do the
actually,
pour.
Coffee Mate specifically is non-dairy. So if you're like me and you're not supposed to have dairy, you can drink it. That is the best face it's ever frozen on.
Read through exactly what's in it, because depending on the volume you put into your drink, if you have dairy issues, you may have issues. If you're vegan, you know, just read the label for anything you're putting in. All of our stuff comes totally vegan, totally no dairy, no corn, anything. Pretty good stuff. Okay, so we'll take this, we'll add a little bit. Let's see if we can get the cool pour over the ice cubes. I can't really see. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, that's the good shit.
Look at that. Ooh, yeah, it's fun. And then now I'm looking at this color. This is about a half Aaron pour, I would say. So I need to add a little more.
Called out so hard.
No. Look, there isn't a right way. There isn't a wrong way.
However you like your coffee, my dudes.
If I want to bring my girl a cup of some Dodger cold brew in the morning and make it the right way, I get this very nice light tan looking drink. Still with the ice. And with that, you get a lot of sweetness and you get some vanilla, and it's perfectly ready to go. So anyways, all of those preparations still, a half bottle, and you know, there's a lot of fun you can have. Some people have been playing with cinnamon, which is really interesting and pretty yummy. We've had, you know, in our stores, we've done things with nutmeg and allspice, and there's some coriander sometimes. So there's a lot you can do to play with coffee. And I just encourage people to try it out. We want you to get your money's worth, so it's totally part of the plan that you can get more than one cup out of a bottle. And that's it for that. And then I have one more thing I want to do. Let me take these headphones off really quick.
Okay.
So if your name is Sean and you live in Oklahoma, I'm going to hold this way back. That's the printing label, and your 6-pack of cold brew is on the way. So we're officially, as of tomorrow, going to start shipping cold brew.
Woo! That's exciting.
Yeah. So if you ordered cold brew plus other stuff, not yet. We got to get all the other stuff ready. If you ordered cold brew only, we may start. You might get the email that your order has been fulfilled with the tracking info, and it will be on its way. So the only thing with that, I just want to add a couple caveats to everything that's going to start shipping. It's going to be next week. We'll have everything here and going. It's going to take us a little while to get through the order. So if you're ordered, you don't get a confirmation or a shipping info right on the 11th, just give us a couple days to work through it. You know, we're still really small guys, and I mean, Dodger, I told you, I don't think I told the stream, but we've just been way blown away by the number of orders we've gotten.
For sure.
And that's great news. We're super happy. We've got all the production under control, and we have enough supply of everything. It's just manpower to put things in boxes, put labels on them, and get them out. So give us a couple days, and if you've ordered only cold brew, you might start to see some of that stuff come through as being shipped. Now, if you place an order right now of only cold brew, it will not ship this week. We got to get through the orders. We've got to keep making more cold brew. So this is only for people who have ordered in the past. But yeah, keep an eye out.
Yay!
And Sean's number 1.
That's so cool. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions for me or David will mostly be able to answer them better than I will. But yeah, feel free to ask us anything about the coffee company, all that. Would it ship internationally eventually? We already ship internationally. That is already a thing.
Now, I have not even updated you on this, but this is kind of funny, and I don't mind telling you on
hit me.
So, really randomly, a guy from DHL has walked in our door about a week ago. Like, just literally walked through the door. He's like, I'm from DHL. I want to do shipping. And I was like, okay, we have gotten this great discount from UPS. Like, it's very, and, you know, we partnered with a company to get it. So it's unlikely that anyone is going to be able to do anything for us on our own.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, no, we specialize in international shipping. We think we can get it something that would help you lower costs. And I was like, I'm open. Like, you know,
yeah.
Put money where your mouth is, but like, yeah, if you can help us, like, let's do it. So he sends me this email. Like, I'm busy. I'm like, I know this is just going to be a thing. He sends me this email. I kind of ignore it. He calls me and he goes, David, did you get my email? And I'm like, no. He's like, the head of U.S. accounts is in town. Can we come over? And I was like, sure, come over. So this morning they walk in. This guy is like on the board of DHL. He's way super senior for like the size of account we're gonna be.
Right.
And he does like the full DHL pitch. And basically they've strongly agreed to kind of just give us a great rate for international so they can prove to us that they're going to do a good job with logistics and kind of some of their stuff. So it may be that DHL would be a better option to lower costs for people for international. Mm-hmm. DHL is bigger than, you know, for us US people, we're not used to hearing a lot about DHL. DHL is bigger than FedEx and UPS combined.
Wow.
And they own significantly more trucks and people and stuff internationally. So that's why we kind of put the poll out there. You know, it would, of course, be same service or better, we're hoping, and a lower cost. So we just, I put the poll out there just to see if people like DHL, don't. How does it go in your country? And so far, it looks like we should pretty much think about it.
Cool.
Okay. 83% of people saying either yes or definitely.
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. That's awesome. It's always good to have options, right?
But I don't have a contract yet. You know.
Yeah.
They gotta, so we'll just see what happens. But it's a very real chance that that could happen. Yeah.
Cool.
So if any questions coming in, I haven't really been watching chat.
Thaddeus, this question has come up a ton. There are no peanuts in our coffee. When it says that there are peanut notes, it means that the flavor profile of the coffee might remind you of a peanut flavor, but there are no nuts in our coffee. If you have a nut allergy, you don't need to worry about our coffee. There's no nuts at all in there.
Yeah, if you have a nut allergy, just treat it as if you were drinking a normal cup of coffee. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that's it. We don't even have them in the facility. Well, that's not true. Look, here's my snack sometimes. But that's
but in the back where shit happens. Yeah.
Exactly. Let's see. What other questions have people been asking?
Which countries are the beans from?
Oh my goodness. So I think we've got our Ethiopian is a little piece of it. We got
Mexico, yeah. It's Ethiopia,
Mexico.
Mexico, and what was
I
the
believe
third one?
it's Honduras.
I think so. Yeah.
Just double check. So each one is kind of from a unique, different place. We do our research on them. Our goals are that wherever possible, these are things like rainforest friendly, things like organic, things like bird friendly. We like shade grown. We like low to no chemicals at all. And but we're not locking ourselves to that. First and foremost is super high quality product with super high quality taste. And so as we order, we try to get all of these good things. But because we're so little and we order batches so small at a time, the farm that we ordered from only delivered so much. And so that lot is gone, that batch is gone. So we got to get some, a farm next door that's similar, or a taste profile from somewhere else that's very similar and rated the same. So that's how we shop and order is, we look for things that are important to us, and then, but we can't sacrifice taste and quality. So it's an important balance we're trying to hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What else are people asking about? So Dex Bonus is the coffee designer. David's the supermodel. Am I the model?
You're the supermodel. You're the supermodel of this whole outfit. Yeah.
That was my dream.
You've been going above and beyond what your actual title is for this company.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're little, you got to do a little bit of everything.
It's true. It's true. Supermodel slash
social media manager slash, apparently I'm packing things up in boxes and printing shipping labels.
Yeah, man.
So we get asked a lot about decaf.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can answer that for a second. Decaf is hard to do in cold brew. So one thing, decaf is not caffeine free. Decaf is less caffeine in the bean. It's generally grown that way, or sometimes they can assist a little bit in how they roast by burning things so that the beans expand so much that per volume there's less caffeine. It's a very strange thing. But when we take almost anything in the coffee bean world and turn it into cold brew and concentrate it, it's very hard to call it less decaf, things like that, just because of the fact that there's caffeine,
a lot of caffeine in it. Yeah.
And if you were to take this bottle and drink it without diluting it with ice or anything else, I would feel responsible for what we were calling it just as it's delivered to you. So on the cold brew side, it's pretty hard. On the bean side, it is possible. And we could make a less caffeinated cold brew, of course. But if we were to do a decaf bean, it would not be the same beans. That's not how coffee works. They would be grown to be decaffeinated beans, which is totally different than what we're ordering. So it's possible. It
would be a whole new process of can we find new beans that are less caffeinated but have the same kind of flavor profile? It would be a lot. It'd be a whole new process. Yeah. Yep.
And so the answer is ultimately we might do it. I'm totally not ruling it out, but I got to get all the things that have been ordered already done.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get some other stuff up on the store, not placeholder art, and we got to ship all your coffee out to you.
Yeah.
So we're doing that before we add anything else.
Coffee really upsets my stomach, but I really want to buy some. One of the things we talked about last time, sorry, keep the question that you were going to answer in your mind, but just really quick, is that cold brew is much less acidic. So some people really prefer cold brew because it does have more caffeine, but it's also less acidic, so it doesn't hurt your tummy if you're really sensitive to that. So that's something to maybe keep in mind. Also, thank you for the biddies.
So the cold brew process is different than hot brewing. It takes 16 hours, and it lets us more gently pull things out of the bean, and we also formulate the water ourselves. It's reverse osmosis, slowly filtered, and then we remineralize it so that those minerals that we put in there, at the rate we put them in, grab onto cool stuff in the bean and bring it out, and we try to minimize the uncool stuff. So what we get out of that is more flavor per bean. We get less acid pulled out, and we get more caffeine pulled out. So a cold brew bottle is going to have about double the caffeine of 12 ounces of hot brewed coffee, but less acidic, so less teeth issue, less digestive and heartburn issues and things like that.
Yeah.
I saw a question about espresso. So I think this is going to make a good espresso, but people are very opinionated about their espresso. So it's all about trying it and seeing if you like it.
What's like? It would be a different coarseness of grind, though, right?
Yes, but
for espresso,
majority of the time, a home espresso machine, you put the whole beans into, and it kind of grinds it for you. If you do what you've seen what we have at our house, and that's more where we grind it ourselves and then kind of put it in the holder and then stamp it and then put it up.
Yeah.
That you have to grind to a very fine level, and so you need your own grinder to do that. But generally, I think it will make a good espresso. Right. But it's also depends on what you like.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was more the reason I brought that up was more to say, like, if you bought the pre-ground coffee, it wouldn't be the right grind size, right, for espresso.
Right. And we don't recommend, I really don't recommend buying them pre-ground. If that's all you've got, that's all you can use, then we have it available for you. The grinding is going to expose the coffee to more air, surface volume. And so what's going to happen is oxygen is going to interact with the grinds more than it does the whole bean. And then you're going to lose, through that, you lose flavor faster. Now, we do heat seal the bag as soon as we do it. So it's not like there's air going in and out. But whenever you grind, you start a clock, and you want to brew quickly after that grinding happens. And so you just can't do it that quickly if we ship it to you. Right. So we recommend you grind it yourself, but we will grind it for you if you need it.
Yes, Poop Butt, there's a mug that's up there currently. We haven't revealed what the mug looks like, correct?
Well, the mug is this shape. We have not revealed the art.
Right.
So it's heavy. It's really thick. It's what I use in the mornings. And the artwork, we haven't revealed it yet.
Cool. But yes, if you're somebody who explicitly knows, like, you can't drink coffee, but you would still like to support the company, which thank you very much. That's very sweet. Yes, we do have a mug up there.
Cool.
Yeah. I only see the beans in the cold brew. If you go to catalog, right, on the website, if you go to catalog, you'll be able to see more. Pogo Dick wants to know, what a great name. Pogo Dick wants to know, how oily are the beans?
They're pretty oily, and that's a good thing in the craft world. So we buy a specialty grade, which means very highly rated, that are going to be more complex. When you think about a coffee bean, it's actually a seed. I don't even know why we turned it into beans. Someone messed up in English, and it's a seed inside of a cherry. And so that seed's job in nature is to start a new plant, and it needs to self-sustain for a little bit the energy required to start growing until it can, make its own. So it stores that energy in the form of sugars, in the form of oils. And what a company is going to do that wants to be on store shelves all over the country or all over the world, or it's going to take months and months after roasting to use between roasting and brewing, is they're going to roast coffee to the point where they've burned most of that stuff off. And that allows it to be very shelf stable. The oils in coffee don't last forever. Right. And so that's why you get very, very similar tasting coffee if you're just used to, going to a cafe and ordering a cup of coffee, or going to a grocery store. Most coffee tastes similar. In the craft coffee world, which is where we are in specialty coffee, we roast much lighter. Even though the Dodger one is about as dark as we go, it's still actually lighter than a lot of coffee. And that leaves a bunch of those interesting molecules in the bean so that they can be tasted when you drink the coffee. So we leave a lot of oil in, and that's on purpose because they're adding flavors. It's kind of like if you've ever heard this debate about what's the right way to barbecue, and people argue about coal or gas. Mm-hmm. Well, they're both idiots because the only thing that matters is wood in barbecue, because you get thousands of more chemical reactions on the surface of the meat when wood is burned. And so It's kind of like that, where it's a much more complex set of chemicals that ultimately you taste and a little bit smell that add to all the flavors. So there's going to be oil for sure in our stuff. Yeah. Natural, like it's there already. We don't add it.
Right. Yeah, unfortunately I'll have to go for this Larian thing in like a little over 5 minutes. So any other questions that y'all have? Also, if we don't get to your question today, David is really, really good about responding to people on Twitter. So make sure that you follow the @DodgerCoffee Twitter. He's been helping people find grinders if they're looking for a grinder. He's been answering questions about shipping, like all kinds of stuff. So
yeah, totally.
I'm learning so much. Good. Yeah, that's the hope. That's why we like doing the Q&As. So
it's one of our missions over here at Foxtail too, is we're trying to make better coffee accessible to people. And so part of that is just education. Like what is better coffee?
Right.
So it's fun.
Yeah. They are filming something aggressive in the other room.
Yeah, I'm hearing some noise. But
okay.
It's cool.
Yeah. There's, I believe, 2 people in the office are pretending to be orcs and attacking each other. So there are lots of aggressive grunting going on. Normal
stuff.
Will we do another Q&A sometime soon? Yeah, after we launch, I think we would like to do another one. Yeah. After
I think I'm
like
the
official
real busy
launch.
next week.
Yeah.
I got a lot of work to do. I saw a question about the French press. So the French press there is nothing special to that thing. I do not want to say that we went out and find some super high-end crazy thing.
Yeah, it doesn't have like the logo on it or anything. Nope. It's like a
print on it.
It's a pretty basic, straightforward French press, but we have it in there in case somebody's like, I have no way to make this. So
yeah. So what we thought of it is a lot of people are used to K-cups or drip coffee or, kind of some of the ways of making coffee that are the easiest, but don't necessarily bring out all of the best flavors in coffee. And so a French press brewer is a great first step into making a slightly better brew of coffee. And there's millions of these things, and we have a million of them here, but we just wanted to pick one basic entry-level one. So that's what that's for.
Yeah. What's the best way to clean the French press? French presses are actually pretty easy to clean. It all cause it's like the glass outer chamber, and then there's the lid, and then like the actual part that presses down the grounds. That's the only part that really takes like a little bit of effort is making sure that like that mesh and all of that gets really clean. But cleaning my French press takes no time at all to just do in the sink pretty fast. So
just rinse it. Most days, just rinse it.
yeah.
Every week or so, give it a good with soap wash. But coffee doesn't let stuff grow on it. It kills things. It's very stable. So, most of the time, I just rinse it, throw the grounds away, make it again the next morning.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, I think you got to go, right?
I should go in a couple minutes. Yeah.
Oh, well, all right. Then I'll keep answering.
Yeah, we can at least do one more question.
Was an issue that David was not aware at the beginning. Like, what have we? I think for us, it's been kind of interesting learning about box dimensions. Oh wait, that's shipping. Let's see. Getting these custom mugs in took longer than I thought they were going to take. Of the brewers we ordered, 70% of them have come broken.
Oh,
So
interesting.
we've had to. Luckily, the supplier we order a gazillion dollars worth of equipment through, so they're just like sending. They just keep sending them.
Great. Perfect.
Yeah, so I'm worried about that though, because if they broke on their way to me, what's going to happen on the way to you?
Yeah.
So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Designing a coffee bag was really fun.
Yeah.
Foxtail will eventually use this bag vendor, but Dodger was the first bag we made with these people, and they're awesome. And I'm just waiting to get them.
Their bags look super cool too. I'm so excited to see them with like our design on them. You were saying that people bought so much cold brew that everything that's in the fridge right now started to like bend the shelves a little bit, which I think is funny.
Yeah.
I was like,
nervous about this because so the shelves are okay. What we did was we kind of stacked them. We stacked them like a pyramid on their sides. So like this.
Yeah.
Only stack them way up, and then this whole thing started to tip forward like this. And so I'm worried I might have ruined some bottles.
Oh no.
But it could also be that because they're rounded like this, that they're just kind of like rolling.
Right.
As gravity kind of pushes it, they're just rolling a little. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Soon, if I made a goof or not.
Can you make a perfume that smells like a newly opened coffee package? I don't think that's our wheelhouse, but I bet somebody's done that.
Yeah.
The cold brew is in BPA-free plastic. Yeah.
Yep. I like these bottles too. They're cool.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so cool to see it, like, with our logo on it. It makes me giddy.
Yeah. What's your big questions these days about the coffee, Dodger?
Mine? I don't know. It's been so awesome that so many people have been really responsive and supportive that now it's just a matter of like getting it into their hands and hoping that everybody's like, this is really good, right? So that's kind of where I'm at right now, is like excited for people to actually taste it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm super excited for it as well. One of the things for me as I tasted it, so I took one of these home and was just playing with the cold brew to just see the different ways people might want to prepare it. And my first drink I took of it was it kind of caught me off guard because there's so much more bitterness in it than Foxtail's cold brew.
Yeah.
And that's because of the darkness. But then as I started adding things to it, I realized that it was really bringing out a lot of flavor. So it's cool and it's fun to play with.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's gonna have to be it for me. I think I'm gonna have to go. But if you guys have any questions at all, hit up David at Dodger Coffee on Twitter. And yeah, David, thank you so much for spending part of your morning with me.
You got it.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. And I think this is it for me before launch. So thank you, everyone. And thank you, Dodger. And, you know, stand by. Next week's a big week.
Yeah. I'm so excited. All right, dude.
We're a little under halfway through sold out on the first edition bags, and that's the only thing we'll never make more of. So
awesome. If you would like a first edition bag, check it out. And yeah, I think that's about it. Cool. Thank you so much, David.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye. Everybody say bye, David. Okay. I have to go. I'm so sorry. We will definitely read off all of the new subscribers for the day after the letter, which we will be playing later with Jesse. But I'm going to go and be on the Larian Twitch. We're going to be doing more of the DM mode. So if you would like to go ahead and watch that, I will be hosting it here. And Jesse and I will be back aiming for around 3 o'clock Pacific time. Okay, guys? Thank you so much. Bye-bye.